Welcome to Africa Unveiled. Ayinla, the legendary tales.
Tayo, a spirited young school teacher, arrived at the bustling town of Owode to begin a new job. Known for its vibrant market and deep sense of community, the town also home to the Divine Light Assembly, the largest church in the region. Tayo is immediately drawn to the congregation infectious energy and larger than the life figure of Pastor Jide, whose booming sermons have captivated the town. She is encouraged by her landlady, Mama Funke, to attend service where she is mesmerized by the melodious choir. After the service, Tayo was introduced to Pastor Jide, who welcomes her warmly and invites her to join the church choir. She is taken by his charisma, unaware of the dark hidden behind his disarming smile. As the week progressed, Tayo settled down into a teaching role and looks forward to being part of the choir, hoping to find a sense of belonging in a new community. Little does she know, her decision to join the church will entangle her in a dangerous web in search of secrets and lies. Tayo first choir rehearsal is an unforgettable experience. The choir's harmonies are heavenly, and she feels a sense of peace she hasn't known in years. She quickly befriends a few members, including Bolaji, a talented born timid tenor, and Shade, a lively soprano with a penchant for gossip. During their break, Shade hints at Pastor Jide's special interest in choir's member, warning Tayo to tread carefully. Tayo brushes it off as mere speculation, though a nagging feeling lingers in her mind. As the choir prepare for Sunday service, Pastor Jide entered the rehearsal room to pray with them. His commanding presence silenced the group, and his prayer is as fiery as his sermon. Yet, Tayo noticed a peculiar intensity in his gaze when he looks at her. That night, as she reflects on her day, she hears a faint chant in the distance. Peering out her window, she sees a new shadow figure heading towards the forest. Curiosity and fear within her, but she decided to let it go for now. The following Sunday, Tayo attended the service, which is more captivating than she imagined. Pastor Jide's sermon thundered across the congregation, his words moving to the ears and to shouts of hallelujah. But as she watches him preach, Tayo feels unease, recalling Sade's cryptic warning. After the service, Tayo overhears Mama Funke discussing strange occurrence in the town: missing livestock, mysterious lights in the forest, and rumor of strange rituals. Later that night, unable to shake her curiosity, Tayo peers out her window again and noticed the shadow figure moving towards the forest. This time, she decided to follow. Keeping her distance, she trails the figure to a dense part of the wood where faint chanting and flickering lights emerge. Hidden behind the tree, Tayo glimpses Pastor Jide leaning before a shrine, his hand raised towards a glowing crucifix idol. She stifles a gasp and retreats, her heart pounding as she races back home. Tayo's discovery haunts her the next day. She tries to focus on teaching, but the image of Pastor Jide at the shrine lingers. At choir practice, she noticed Bolaji acting nervously and decided to confide in him. To her shock, Bolaji admits he has also seen Pastor Jide's strange behavior, but he warns her not to speak of it. The last person who questioned him disappears. He whispers, his voice trembling. Determined to uncover the truth, Tayo begins to observe more closely. She noticed how he frequently singles out certain young women in the choir, praising them excessively before they mysteriously leave the group a few weeks later. The congregation remain oblivious, their devotion to Pastor Jide unshaken. As Tayo pieced together the puzzle, she realized she's stepping into a dangerous territory. Bolaji grows more anxious presses him for more details about Pastor Jide. Reluctantly, he reveals that several former choir members have vanished under mysterious circumstances. He suspects Pastor Jide is involved but has no proof. No one dare confront him, Bolaji says. His voice were barely audible. Is too powerful. During private conversation with Sade, Tayo learns another shocking details. Pastor Jide has a reputation of luring young women into affairs, using his authority to silence them. Sade recounts story of Kemi, former soprano, who disappeared after trying to expose him. Tayo feels a mix of anger and fear, but resolved to uncover the truth. No matter the cost, she decided to seek out Kemi's family to learn more. Tayo visits Kemi's family under the pretense of delivering a message from the church. Kemi's mother reveals that her daughter left town after a falling out with the pastor. She warned me not to trust him, the woman says. Tears streams down her face as Tayo leaves. She sensed she's been washed. That evening, Pastor Jide summoned Tayo to his office. His tone is warm, but his piercing gaze unsettles her. I hear you've been asking questions, he says with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Tayo feigns ignorance, but the pastor's subtle threats leave her shaking. As she leaves, she wonders how much he knows and whether her life is in danger. Determined to expose Pastor Jide, Tayo returned to the forest shrine with Bolaji. Together, they find symbol attached into the tree and remnants of ritual sacrifice. Bolaji warns her that these markings are connected to ancient curses said to bind their victims to eternal servitude. As they investigate, they hear footsteps approaching. Panicked, they hide as Pastor Jide and two of his trusted deacons arrive. The pastor performs another ritual, chanting in a language neither Tayo nor Bolaji recognize. They witness a chilling sense as a glowing figure materialize before him, speaking in a distorted voice. Tayo and Bolaji flee, narrowly escaping detection, and decided they must expose him before more lives are lost. Tayo attempts to warn others about Pastor Jide's are met with skepticism. Many dismiss her as a jealous or misguided, unwilling to question their beloved pastor. Even Mama Funke, who seemed suspicious of him before, tells Tayo to stop meddling. Meanwhile, Pastor Jide's sermons grow more intense, urging his congregation to root out spiritual enemies. Bolaji considered leaving town, but decided to stay and support Tayo. Together, they compiled evidence of the pastor's wrongdoings, including accounts from former choir members and villagers who have witnessed his rituals. As the word spread, the town became divided. Some rally behind Tayo, while others accuse her of spreading lies. During Sunday service, Tayo and Bolaji execute their plan to expose Pastor Jide. They interrupt his sermon with evidence of his ritual and testimonies from former choir members. The congregation is stunned as Tayo recounts what she saw in the forests. Pastor Jide denies the accusation. His booming voice silenced the crowd. But when Bolaji produced a record of one of the rituals, the pastor's facade begins to crack. Chaos erupts as loyal followers clash with those demanding justice. Pastor Jide attempts to flee, but but the enraged crowd cornered him. Just as they are about to confront him, a deafening roar echoes through the church, and the light flicker ominously. In the chaos, Pastor Jide reveals his true self, invoking dark powers, terrify the crowd. Shadow swirls around him as he calls upon the deity from the shrine. But Tayo stands firm, reciting a prayer she learned from her late grandmother. The shadow disappears and Pastor Jide collapses, his power broken. As dawn breaks, the town begins to heal. The church is shut down. An investigation into Pastor Jide's crimes begins. Though shaken, Tayo is hailed as a hero for her bravery. Bolaji decided to stay in Owode to rebuild the choir, and Tayo feels a renewed sense of purpose. Yet, deep in the forest, the shrine remains untouched. A dark secret are waiting for another unwitting soul to stumble upon them. Thank you for watching African Unveiled Ayinla Legendary Tales. Subscribe for more.